Hi everybody, Mrs. Ehlke here along with
Aaron.
Aaron and I are filling a request to do a painting of a Hot Wheels race car. So here is our painting, here are our paintings of the Hot Wheels race cars. We went with blue and silver for our colors, but you could make yours whatever colors you would like, all right? I hope you guys really enjoy doing this painting with us. Follow along step by step so that you can make a super cool car like ours, right? If you're enjoying these videos, please like our video and subscribe down below. And we are always taking more requests on my Facebook page, Lori Ehlke's Art. So if you have something that you really want us to paint or draw, let us know and we'd be happy to help you out. All right. Thanks so much for watching. Have an awesome day. For our Hot Wheels project today, we are going to use an orange background, and then we're going to use blue, white, gray, and black paint. Now, if you want to use different colors for yours, be my guest, but these are the colors we're going to use to make our Hot Wheels painting. And we're also going to use a small Dixie cup. It's like one that you would use maybe in the bathroom to rinse out your mouth. So we're going to use this to help with our wheel drawings. The first thing we're actually going to do is we're just going to take a flat brush. Ours is actually at an angle a little bit. And we're going to dip it in the black paint. And I'm just going to paint the top edge of my cup black with the black paint. And then once I've got my entire edge painted, I'm going to pick a spot for my back wheel and just kind of stamp it on my paper. Now it's not going to make a perfect circle, we're going to thicken it up later, but it really helps with circle drawing to get a nice wheel, nice round wheel, okay? So I painted mine again to do the front wheel. Right about there, and then that's all we need of the cups. So I'll put those to the side. All right, your car might be going up a hill, and that's not a big deal. All right, so now with our brush, I'm going to go in the black, and I'm just going to trace around the inside of that circle. So I'm going to try to stay really close to my line. And this will just kind of thicken up that wheel line to make it so it's not quite so skinny. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and just fill this in with black because we're going to add the hubcaps later. So I'm just going to be real careful by the edge and then just fill in my circle with black paint.
That's easier.
Easier, right? Mm-hmm. We don't want to make things hard on ourselves. I'm trying to be real careful along the edge of the circle to try to keep it as circular as possible. If I go out a little bit, it's not the end of the world.
I kind of did that.
We've been having Hot Wheel races down our driveway because our driveway is a little bit slanted. So my kids like to get all the Hot Wheel cars out and have them race down our driveway. See which one makes it the farthest. All right. Now I'm going to leave this black on my brush, and for the next step I'm just going to dip into the gray. So I'm not going to worry about if there's some black still because the gray and the black will blend a little bit, and that's okay. So I'm going to go straight for the gray, and towards the bottom of the wheels I'm going to make a line that connects them as the bottom of the car, like so. And then I'm going to do a little bit to the front of the car. And then the back one is going to start at the same spot, but it's going to come up at an angle. So it's going to be a little bit of a diagonal line like that. Okay? And then I think I'm going to switch to some blue. Now I'm not going to clean my brush still because I don't care if the blue blends a little bit. I'm just going to leave the stuff on my brush and go right for the blue paint. All right. I'm going to start off just by filling in the rest of the car with blue. So to do that, I'm going to make a line that goes just above the wheels, straight across, and then it's going to curve down in the front like that, and then just go straight down. and the back is not going to be quite as much of a curve. It'll just kind of go straight and then connect to my angle. And I'm going to fill all this in with blue paint. Again, I'm going to be really careful around my wheels so that I don't cover up the black that's there. And I don't mind that this is a little bit of a darker blue. It looks kind of cool. What do you think, Erin? You like this blue?
Yeah, it's like a race car blue.
It's perfect. So we're going to fill in the rest of our car, at least the bottom part of our car here, with the blue. And get the front part here with blue as well. Now if this is too white or too dark, you can always mix in a little bit of white and that'll kind of lighten it up a little bit. So sometimes I'll add just kind of a little bit of a lighter streak along the top just to kind of lighten that part up. But if you like it dark, that's fine too. This could be any color, so if you'd rather have a red car or a green car, use red or green, it doesn't really matter. Purple car.
I forgot to connect the gray.
Well, connect it. It's not a big deal. Yep, connect it while you paint it in. We're painting all over it anyway. All right. So we should have that figured out. Now we're going to add the little wing looking thing on the back. You forgive my card terminology. I don't know all the names of all the different things. But I'm going to go ahead and make a upside down L like that, and then it's going to have a diagonal line that connects back down to the car. That's also in blue, as you can see. And then I'm going to make the top part of the car by starting right where this front wheel is. I'm going to go just a little bit back from it, right about here, with a diagonal line. And then right where I came down from this piece, I'm going to have a diagonal line. So those two are just going to connect like that. Yep. Good. And instead of filling that in with blue, I'm just going to leave the top line like that. I'm going to have a line that kind of goes back like this towards the back wheel, and then a line that kind of goes towards the front wheel. So that's kind of to divide up the windows. All right, we're going to switch gears now and look at some of the stuff inside of the wheels. So I'm just going to kind of wipe off a little bit of the excess paint, but I'm still not rinsing it out because a lot of these colors are related. Next, we're going to mix some colors. So I'm going to take some white and some gray because I want it to be a little bit lighter. And I'm just going to mix that with my brush. And we're going to use this to make the hubcaps of the car's wheels. Okay, so some lighter gray. And I'm going to start by, if you want to keep using this brush, great. I like it because it has a point, so we can still kind of use it as a pointed brush, but if you'd rather switch to like a round brush like this, that would work as well. So I'm going to keep using this brush, and I'm going to look for the center of my wheel and just make a silver circle. I want to try to leave a little black dot in the middle of it. And I'm going to do that on my other wheel as well. So just a little silver circle in there. And then I'm going to use the same color, and I'm going to make a silver line that kind of goes on the inside of the wheel. So I'm leaving a little bit of black on both sides of my silver line, a little bit on the outside of it and a little bit on the inside of it. And I'm going to follow that around like that. And then I want 5 lines that connect the 2 circles. So I'm going to start with one that goes straight up and down. And that's going to be my first line on both. And then I'm going to do 2 that are a little bit diagonal towards the sides on both sides. And then I'm going to do 2 that go down on the bottom for both sides.
Like a star.
Kind of like a star, yep. So those are the hubcaps.
Like when you're doing jumping jacks.
Exactly. All right, we're going to let this dry for a little bit, and then we're going to come back and add a little bit more of the fancy details with a smaller brush. All right, let you guys catch up just in case you're falling a little behind on all the steps. right, Aaron and I are switching to a smaller round brush. This we'll use for the detail part of our car, okay, our Hot Wheels car. So I'm going to start by using a lighter blue to kind of add some highlights to the car. So I'm mixing blue and white. And I'm going to add a couple highlights in. I'm going to start on the top here with a highlight that goes across horizontally in the top part there. I'm also going to make a highlight that goes across the top part of my car. So it's going to basically follow the line that goes along the top edge of my car. And then I'm going to do another highlight that goes kind of along the bottom of the car, like that. And then it's going to go just around maybe the tops of the wheels too. Just kind of connect those to make it look like the wheels are under the car. Okay, now I'm going to switch to a lighter gray, similar to what we used inside of the wheels. And I'm going to add the little, I think it's a muffler in the back, so there's just a little thing that pops out of the back of the car. So that's just basically like a little gray rectangle. I'm going to throw that in there. I'm also going to add a little bit to the underside of the car with gray. So I'm just going to do a line that goes down like that, goes across like this with gray, and then goes along the front. And this time I'm going to go a little bit past because it's going to have like a front bumper for the car. I'm also going to use a little bit more white with the gray to make it look like there's a headlight up in the front. So I'm going to put a line right there for the headlight. All right, for the windows, I'm going to use almost white mixed with just a tiny bit of gray. So I want to go on the lighter side, and I'm going to fill in the windows with kind of this light shade of gray first, and then maybe I'll add a little bit of a dark color to kind of mix in. So I'm going to fill in that window, this middle window here, and then the front window with this light shade of gray. And again, I didn't wash my brush, so if there's like a little blue showing through, it totally works. I'm not too worried about it. Got your windows? All right, on the bottom part of the window, I'm going to mix just a tiny bit of black, and I'm going to kind of streak that in along the bottom of my windows. I'm not washing my brush because I want it to kind of blend in with the gray that I have there. Looking cool. While I have some black on my brush, I'm also going to make two little dots right here that kind of go back like this. And then the rest you can just use to decorate your car. So maybe I'll make some cool swirls with silver or gray or white. Anything you want to do to kind of make your car look cool. All the cars look so different. So if you have like maybe a number that you want to write on your car, you could put a number on there. If you want to write Hot Wheels, you could write Hot Wheels. I'm probably just going to add some decorations like this, some streaks that go across my car. Whatever you want to do to make it look kind of cool. Let's see, maybe I'll stick a number on the back of my car. So I'm going to go ahead and make a white rectangle on the back part of my car right here. And then Aaron, what number should my car be? Do you have any good numbers that you think would be super fast cars? I'm thinking 1 through 9. So single digit here.
I think a 6.
All right, number 6 Aaron thinks is going to be the winning number. So I painted a rectangle first so that it would stand out from the dark background, and then I'm just going to go in with blue and write the number 6 so that this is the winning car number. The fastest car there is, number 6. So now I have a number there. The only other things you could do to get a little bit fancier would be to maybe add a couple highlights. So I might just go in with white and add maybe a little highlight here on the hubcap of the car. So I can just stick a couple little white highlights on that, and just kind of aiming for the top parts of each of the sections. That kind of helps them pop out a little bit more. Another thing that we can add highlights to are just kind of some other places along like the top of the car. So if we wanted to maybe do a little bit of light at the top or like right in here. But yeah, you don't need to overdo it with the highlights. And then we need a shadow under the car, so that would be the only other thing. I'm going to use black for that. And I'm just going to basically connect right underneath the tires with a black line. And it should be about the same length of the car. So it should go a little bit past the tires in the front and the back. And there you have it. What cool looking race cars. You could add, while you have black on your brush, Aaron, you could stick a dot right in the middle since your dot disappeared. There you go. Very cool. And of course, if you wanted to add a background and all of that, you could do that, maybe some trees or something like that. So we're just going to leave it with the cars for now. Hope you enjoyed drawing or painting with us, and please feel free to subscribe below if you are enjoying our videos. All right. Thanks, guys.